A number of those young Springboks watching the haka for the first time, and done with plenty of passion as well, as you expect, between the two old enemies. Cody Taylor not involved tonight. Great side here at Sky Stadium in Wellington. Tonight's referee from Georgia, Nika Amushkili, refereeing the All Blacks for the 6th time in a test match. Angus Gardner, Jordan Way of Australia, Eric Gosson and Brett Cronin completing the refereeing team. And we are almost set to roll here at Sky Stadium in Wellington. And the Springboks are unbeaten in their last two here as well, having won in 2018 and drawn in 2019. So the countdown is on.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Time is on.
And the 110th clash between the All Blacks and the Springboks is underway. And McKenzie goes up high, and immediately the ball falls for the box and snapped up by Inche. And the ball deflected into the arms of Ethan Hooker on the left wing side. And the Springboks have the early momentum in the game. And they get it wide. Fussy almost through. And they drive it to within 5 metres. It was the All Blacks who made the big start last week. And is it the Springboks this week, as Kanan Moody is taken in a really good tackle. Now Reinach gets it away, nicely snapped up, and the cross kick, straight out battle between Hooker and Jordan. Now Fussy can't link up, and the ball goes into touch. Boy, what a start to the test.
What a start. The Springboks down through the middle. Apalele Fussy was the man that charged through the fullback to the middle, beat McKenzie in the air. From there, the Springboks, couple of line breaks. The tackle you mentioned was by Leroy Carter, needed to be made. However, the All Blacks' discipline have let them down in the opening exchanges of this game. An early opportunity for the Springboks. What is Savea Kolisi's mindset?
Statement of intent was made in terms of the willingness to play the ball, second man plays. And I anticipate here they are going to go either through the forwards or to the corner, because they are clearly wanting to play here at Sky Stadium.
Feinberg in Golo Zulu puts it into touch, and they are going to attack from minute 2.
If they drive, keep an eye on Malcolm Marks. He's so good if he gets the ball at the back.
They go quickly. Oh, they've overthrown it. And away goes Savea. As the line-out wobbles continue for the Boks. Hotham, away it goes to Ethan de Groot, and the All Blacks looking to settle this after the electric start by the Springboks. So it will be Noah Hotham making his first start in a test match. Almost charged by Diaga. Ball drifting towards the far touch. Kolbe was up there. He lost it forward.
Tackle! Green tackle!
And so it's there for the All Blacks. Still in their own 22. Hotham again looking to make the clearance.
Now use it! Stay green, stay green.
And this time he hooks it safely into touch.
Oof, what a let-off, though. We talked about Malcolm Marx, how dangerous he can be at the back of a line-out more. Well, what he didn't get right between him, his lifters, and the jumper, Lutagega, was the throw. The All Blacks managed to scramble out, but they're not out of the problems yet.
So Marx tries again, this time delivered by Nokia. And we've heard a lot about the Springbok backline. Very good defence by Will Jordan, and the ball's been lost in contact. And we go to the first scrum of the game.
Well, completely different mindset. The zones they were hitting yesterday were midfield. The first opportunity they had in this game, in this part of the field, is to go outside centre. Not at centre, outside. But Will Jordan was up to it. Two of the greatest players in the world right now. Kolbe and Will Jordan came together. Will Jordan comes off best this time.
Yeah, that willingness just to use the ball and pop the ball into space. It's not the biggest backline you'll see from the Springboks. No Creel, no Delende, but plenty of sleight of hand and acceleration and footwork.
The scrums became a talking point last week at Eden Park. And the Springboks have retained the same front row.
I thought you did. Let's go. Don't move. Now this is. Let's go.
They've only set one back, the Springboks. So they are aware of the All Blacks' opportunity to attack from here, because this is a place that you probably want to phase first rather than risk a kick from set piece.
Scrum goes down, but has been snapped up by Satiti. Got it off to Geordie Barrett. And Hotham swings it away to this near side. Once again for Hotham. Lobs it down towards halfway. Fussy, good contest, won by Will Jordan. All Blacks win the aerial battle there. Now Beauden Barrett gets it away to his brother, Geordie. Springboks try to turn it over, can't get it though, as Hotham works it off to Tupou Vai. Still 5 metres on the All Black side of halfway. 5 minutes gone in the game. Now Jordan shovels it out to his skipper. Now a bit of space for Savea. Finding McKenzie. Pops it up again, and Scott Barrett is there, and they take the ball inside Springbok territory. McKenzie swings it away for Parker. Now quick hands needed. Satiti's wide. Had to wait for it a bit though, Carter. First run for Leroy Carter. Almost down to the 10-metre line. Now to Groot at first receiver. Ball put on the boot by McKenzie. And it's gone into touch outside the 22.
Oh, well, we are in for a spectacle if this tempo and pace in the game keeps up. The All Blacks wide to wide. Few Springbok defenders biting in. Some really nice work from the Barrett brothers, Beauden and Geordie, to find the space on the outside. Lovely flick on from Satiti. Both teams look set to play this evening.
Just watch the All Black line out. Got up and prepared to contest last week at Eden Park. Watch them working on the ground, trying to find the right space.
All Blacks not contesting on this occasion. Carried up by the skipper, Kolisi. Big collision with Wallace Satiti.
Now stay, don't go in the second man. No, I told you.
Now Kobus Reinach. Lining it up as Geordie Barrett got it on the second occasion. As Hotham swings it away for de Groot. And penalty.
Yeah, he's got Lomax for angle on the clean. Really interestingly, tactically, the All Blacks dropped Geordie Barrett back, expecting the Springboks to box kick from that zone, and he was under pressure, but went to show how good he can be in the air. But just off that ensuing breakdown, the clean out was inaccurate, and this gives the Springboks a chance to get down again into the All Blacks 22.
Just emphasise in terms of the ball in the air. Just like this, it pushes it way infield.
Boy, the All Blacks playing with the ball inside their own in-goal area. And in the finish, they did pretty well. Through Carter. It's not out yet, though. And now the Springboks to bring it back.
Oh, wow.
And Feinberg in Gola Zulu. He is an electric player in the number 10 shirt. Now it's carried up by Thomas du Toit as Reinach works it away to his right. And the All Blacks backed onto their own 22. A big counter-attacking there, or counter-rucking from Tokiaho. Now snapped up by Ludiaga. And the Springboks have been turned over. Now Mackenzie goes wide. Bowden Barrett partially charged. Satidi almost got it, knocked it on. And they'll have to go back for a scrum. And there's an All Black being left on the ground way back near the 22.
Oh, wow. Sasha Feinberg, Mgomazulu, the footwork he put on, the speed that he attacked to check this out. And then the bump on Noah Hotham. Man, there is some intent to play. Plenty of threats across the park, and the All Blacks also. Why not Ardie Savea over the ball, showing ambition to play outside of their 22. We are on for some sort of game this evening.
Yeah, the player is down, it's Noah Hotham as well. And remember, he has just returned from an ankle injury. But you're right in terms of the tempo and the willingness, and this is not a good sign. And they're going to have to take some time here, as long as they possibly need, but well, frustrating.
He was the player initially that made the tackle, and there you can see what's happened is the weight of the attacker over the top of the ball, which was Diaka, and then he folds his ankle underneath the weight of not only that player, but his own body weight as well. Not pleasant.
And Springboks as well, having to go to their bench early. And so Ardie Schneemann has come on, so it looks as though Ludiaga is gone. I can't see what the issue is there, but it looks as though it's some sort of leg injury. So early changes coming for both teams.
Yeah, both teams are going to lose players. It looks very much as though Noah Hotham is being led off. So the All Blacks lose their halfback inside 10 minutes. And Finley Christie, one of the heroes from Eaton Park, is on the park. And Ardie Schneemann, the massive man playing his rugby these days at Leinster in Ireland, is on the park.
They've left themselves a good blindside here, the Springboks to the left, as we're looking at the shot from the scrum.
So Reinach gets it in. And they've got a penalty immediately. So the Springboks through Willemse take it up. Now the little jab through by Ngola Zulu. Kolbe! Oh! He's lost it.
Who was that?
What a tackle.
Going back for penalty. No try. No, it's not. We're there.
What a save that is.
Okay.
What a
No
save.
try. Going back for advantage.
The kick from Mgomazulu was perfect. And Kolbe with his speed, look at him go. Who's coming across for the All Blacks? Geordie Barrett hits him in the exact right spot. When a player is over the line, you've got to do everything you can to stop him from getting the ball to the ground by attacking the ball in the chest region. He did that. It was enough for Kolbe to spill it.
Yeah, the Springboks are going back to the scrum penalty. But this will be for 3 if they take the shot rather than the 5, maybe 7 and change. They're looking as though they're going to go to the sideline. But what a remarkable tackle. Kolbe probably just had to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer. He tried to free his arm to put it down. 3 not good enough, Justin. They want more.
No, that mindset's very obvious, isn't it? Very obvious in the opening 10 minutes of this game. The Springboks have had kickable opportunities. They clearly want more tonight.
Noah Hotham's first port of call, he's gone for an HIA. He did limp with an apparent ankle injury.
So it's a free kick here from the line-out. So the Springboks, all the momentum in the game at the moment, as Willemse takes it up inside the 5-metre line. Visa stands over it. And once again, the All Blacks have to man up in defence. Now, Oxenche, Ryder gets it away for De Jager. That's how close they are. Stamen! Oh, gee, Stamen for the Springboks.
And you would have to say reward. Reward for the start, reward for the persistence, and the ambition to want more than 3. They do get more. Quick tap off the line out, and then they just came hard. And with real firepower, the Springboks. RJ Snyman, he goes over. And man, what a start for the Springboks.
Yeah, impressive big body. It's great carries, good intent. The footwork, though, you would have to say, of this back line already as the conversion goes over. 7-0 to the Springboks. I think they will look at a potential knock-on from Kolbe at the previous ruck. We'll check Kolbe at the back of the previous ruck before that pass for a slight knock-on.
Well, this could be a classic anticlimax. Springboks with all the momentum in the test match. But we are going to go back and check.
It's coming.
Yep. Clear knock on there.
Oh dear.
Clear knock on. Okay.
That has got the crowd on their feet.
Happy Eric, no try.
That
Strong
looks
black.
very much like a knock-on,
Okay.
and will be ruled accordingly.
No try.
Yeah, certainly was. The carrier was Oxenche. Went hard at the line, but the tackle from Lomax jolted the ball free, which meant it bobbled its way back to Kolbe.
Make sure you hold your strength.
And he just, with his fingertips, touched the ball, propelled it forward, and let off for the All Blacks after that. Momentum from the Springboks. How big a moment is this in the game? There's Lomax. Just hits him in the midsection, and then the ball comes free, and he can't handle it. Right call.
Huge let-off for the All Blacks, who have spent most of the game defending.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
So, Finlay Christie to feed an All Black scrum that is now collapsed. And he's offside. Kolbe
Okay, tight end coming in and down.
He's got Thomas du Toit on the tight head side for the Springboks. Hinging. They had to go, the Springboks, but fair play to the All Blacks. They were up to the challenge.
Well, just look at the territory after nearly 14 minutes. Tokiaho with the line-out throw. Won by Vai. Now Beauden Barrett goes wide to Geordie Barrett. All Blacks looking to go even wider. Proctor busting through the first tackle. Now Christie. Away for Beauden Barrett again.
Roll. Oh, it's okay, he's rolling. Go!
Ball is available there. I don't know whether he can get his arm free. Here's Carter. What a good little run from Carter. Nice interplay by the All Blacks. Now they've got a chance. Beauden Barrett decided to go back inside. Tokiaho for Geordie Barrett. And that's been knocked down. All Blacks complaining. They thought it was an illegal challenge at the ball.
Yeah, his fullback, Apalele Fassi. I think he had two hands at trying to grab at the ball, and his timing was pretty good. He wasn't sticking an arm out. Nice from Proctor, gets on the outside of Moody, and then the worker Leroy Carter steps. Another step, then an offload. Check out the hands here. Beautiful from Tu'uvai. Samisoni Takaho gets an offload away as well. Possibly Beauden might think about next time shifting that on. And there was Fussy coming through.
Yeah, I think Beauden Barrett would love to have his time again and just give that and stay in support, but wonderful intent with space on the outside, even in the 22. Defensively, Carter getting himself involved, but trying to use ball in hand first before committing to a kick if they're going to, but some really nice touches from both sides early in this game.
I just wonder if they do think, remember the cross kick from last week? Because Cheslin Kolbe just offers you so much space. He's real tight to his centres, and there is room in that outside channel for Beauden Barrett to think about hitting Leroy Carter, who is all alone out in that sort of 20-metre space he's got on the far side.
Free kick for the All Blacks. Satiti goes quickly. The Barrett brothers combine. Geordie spins out of a couple. Sets it up nicely for Christie to swing it away for Beauden Barrett. Way to Carter. Bit of space for him. Closes pretty quickly, though, with Kolbe onto him. And the Springboks aggressive at the breakdown. Lomax gets it wide. De Groot. Now they go wide again. In the wide channels for Ardie, Savea. Here's Parker. Simon Parker smashing his way through. And there's a Springbok being left on the ground as the All Blacks carry on through Jordan De Groot. Geordie Barrett again. Now Beauden Barrett. Here's McKenzie. Carter delivers up to Satiti. Deep inside the 22 here, the All Blacks. Looking for quick ball, Christie. And he gets it too. Here's the cross kick. Parker's out there. He's got Ardie Savea. Ardie Savea. What a good tackle on him. But they're only 5 metres away here. Is Geordie Barrett. Away for De Groot. Jordan. Quick hands again. McKenzie. And the final pass. Try on debut for Leroy Carter.
And what a try to be on the end of Leroy Carter. Width in the All Blacks game, side to side. Really spacing out the blitz defender of the Springboks, finding space and causing massive problems. This is the finish. McKenzie to Leroy Carter. This was earlier on, and the shift on to Satiti in the outside channel. They went far wide again. The cross kick from Geordie Barrett was perfect. Check this out from Simon Parker out the back. The two Lucy's working in tandem. They did well to get Ardie Savea there, but look at that beautiful hands from De Groot. Lovely from Satiti, nice again from Barrett, on from McKenzie. Everybody fulfilling their roles. Boy, you don't get many better than that.
Going back to go forward, holding their depth, showing their skills. That is champagne rugby at its very, very best. South Africa having to make a change. HIA at first 5. Which means Feinberg Mamazulu has been replaced by Manie Libbok.
Up go the flags. McKenzie from the sideline. And it is the All Blacks who strike first and lead by 7-0.
Doing the simple things well, making the good decisions. Carter scores, but that is the ultimate team try.
Match taking its toll early. 3 players off the field. And Manie Libbok with the kickoff from halfway. Taken down by Geordie Barrett. And he bangs it into touch.
Update on Noah Hotham. He has failed his HIA. He will not return.
Well, one thing that Leroy Carter can do is play halfback. So whether he's required there at any point during the game, he certainly played at that level, at first-class level, as a halfback. So Marx's throw is a good one. And now the Springboks take it up through Ethan Hooker, their left winger. Now Reinach for Libbok. Shown a real willingness to move the ball tonight. Schneemann denied a try earlier, slipped the pass to Marx. And it's there for Kobus Reinach again. Now Libbok. Didn't really get the distance he was after. And it's fallen for Oxencheck. All Blacks over it. Barrett's over it. But no advantage. So back for the knock-on by the All Blacks.
Do you wonder, with that change at first 5, whether that changes the way the Springboks have started this game in terms of their intent? This is a great attacking opportunity. For the first time, we saw them go to the air in the attacking half after just 2 phases. So is there a willingness to continue to play like they have in the first 20 minutes? I can tell you this is an electric crowd. They are well and truly engaged in this game because they've been thrilled with what they've seen to date.
Coach!
Perfect conditions for flowing open rugby, and that's what we've had so far in the test match. Springboks trying to exert some pressure at scrum time. Now told to clear it. So Reinach goes straight across to Willemse. Reinach again. Oh, he's knocked it on at the base.
I don't think so. No. Wait.
That was messy.
I'll speak to him.
Again for Reinach. Willemse was the carrier.
Was already out when he tried to play, he didn't.
And there was a lot of bodies and problems in the way.
Don't go towards him like this. It's a knock on here.
A warning for Tupuva'i.
I got him.
Here's a tackle from Bowden Barrett. Geordie Barrett needed to be cleaned, and then as Reinach looks to clear it, there's just a hand on the ball. I think it was the hand of the ball carrier. Possibly not, actually. Willemse hasn't got any tape on his wrist.
No, I think it may have been an All Black hand.
Yes, you think you might be right.
Just lingering around a little bit longer than required, but enough to force the error.
Bye! Set! Oh!
Oh, the Boks put a big scrum on, but the All Blacks have cleared it quickly. Great defence. Ball popped up for Carter. Slipped out of the tackle, and that's a high shot by Cheslin Kolbe. Holds his hands up and apologises.
Just a hand.
Well, if you ever wanted to sort of know and be explained by what blitz defence is, that was the perfect explanation, because that was just line speed like nothing else. Yes, Kolbe got it wrong, but one comes, they all come, and they just are doing it with tempo and speed. The All Blacks tried to get a little block play working, but man, the fact they just had defenders sprinting at them. Check this out. Bang, bang, and then he comes, bang. Don't want to give you any time on the ball.
Tokiaho. 7-0, the All Blacks lead on the back of a try by Carter. Vai for Christie, straight across to Geordie Barrett. Saw a gap, but it closed very quickly.
I know, you trap him.
Now Christie. Up the middle goes Tokiaho, nice run. Looking to offload.
Go back,
5 metres out from the 22. And the All Blacks attack away down the left again. Intercept! Cheslin Kolbe. Good night, nurse.
They denied him earlier, Cheslin Kolbe, but you cannot keep world-class players out of the game for long. They'll always bite back, and Cheslin Kolbe, after the All Blacks looking to find some space again on his side of the field, steps in, the pass, this one from Proctor. Yes, there are players in space, but Kolbe stood in that space. It went into his lap, and absolutely it was good night the minute it was in his hands. Too much speed, the Boks strike back.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful play. The fake on the inside, like he was going to commit himself as a defender. Then he ran into the space, stuck the hands out, and he goes the length. Geordie Barrett can't get back to cover, but the Springboks against the run of play. The All Blacks keeping the ball alive. Sometimes it can hurt if you don't quite get it to hand.
Manie Libbok to convert, and he does so. 7-all. What a test match so far. 25 minutes gone. Beauden Barrett with the restart, lined up by Schneemann. Took it down beautifully.
And now use it.
And now Kobus Reinach.
Now let's go.
Give access, 21.
Hard to win and hard after it. It's fallen for the All Blacks. So now Beauden Barrett, well and truly nailed, just on the All Black side of halfway. Now Christie works it away for Scott Barrett. Here's Vey on the charge. Referee's got the arm out. There's Christie, feeds it wide.
Tackle.
Now Geordie Barrett to Beauden Barrett. McKenzie jabbing it through. Proctor's coming hard. And they had to play at it, the Springboks. And it will be All Black ball.
Line out here, advantage over there.
Tokiaho for the All Blacks. Unchallenged by now Beauden Barrett to his brother Geordie.
Go. Advantage. Have to roll.
Penalty advantage coming the way of the All Blacks as Christie swings it away to Parker. Here's McKenzie. Carter flying onto it, but
No advantage.
no advantage. So back for a penalty. Bit of a scuffle.
Easy.
Well,
Easy.
you can hear
You don't need to drive him.
Mashakeli, the referee, quite clearly
Good excuse.
encouraged the Springbok
No more,
second
please.
arriving
Going back for
player
advantage.
to leave it because the tackler,
You have to roll away
Springbok
before you
tackler, was
jackal.
not rolling
You have to
away,
roll
so
away
he
before you
needed to
jackal,
not
right?
try and get over the ball and jackal, which he's just explained, didn't listen, and it was just going to be an obvious penalty right from that moment.
I think the challenge for any team as we watch here, and there's marks on the ball, and player not rolling away, wasn't clear. The challenge, Justin, when you concede an intercept try, is to not continue what is getting great reward in terms of keeping the ball alive. The All Blacks have had such success at putting the defence under pressure. It's the fact, don't go away from that just because you've given up a 7. Stick to your game plan, trust that it'll get the right result.
So here's McKenzie looking to add 3 and does so. So the All Blacks back in front at Sky Stadium.
Sasha Feinberg, Mamanzulu, he has failed his HIA. He will not return in this contest. Manie Libbok will remain at 10.
And it will be Libbok from halfway. Geordie Barrett holds the hand up. He said, "Oh, grab it."
No, we play tackle.
Does so.
Tackle's made. Why? Tackle's made, no problem. Now use it now.
Christie from inside his 22. Challenged by Nokia. Another good contest. Won this time by Fassi. Now Reinach. Here's Kobus. Jasper Visa, in fact. Gives it to Kobus Reinach. Now Libbok. Beauden Barrett had a go at it. Ball's come loose. Look at the footwork here from Willemse. Got his pass off to Nokia. Kane Moody playing it halfback. Now Reinach is there. Libbok looking to get it across to the man making his first start, Ethan Hooker.
Go back.
As Reinach, Schneemann offloads beautifully. And again, ball popped up, keeping the ball alive, the box. Reinach, here's Oxenchair, away to Marks. And the ball has been lost in contact. Outstanding play by the Springboks.
They are asking some questions, particularly post-contact, where they're getting just beyond tacklers and offloading. Schneemann's been outstanding at it, off the ground. Visa, Kobus, Reinach, dangerous with ball in hand. Look at this flick out the back to Inchair, and then Oxenchair dragged to ground, and Marks is just grabbed by Satiti as it was looking like another offload happening. That's fantastic interchange of passing in a real tight zone.
A little bit of trouble for Kobus Reinach, the 35-year-old. There's a lot of youngsters in the back line. He's not one of them.
He doesn't look 35 in terms of the way he's playing, with great energy getting around the park. To be fair, halfbacks are pretty ageless, Justin, aren't they?
They say so, Jeff. Whatever they are.
Man, this is a game and a half. There's so much talent in this back line for the Springboks in terms of evasive ability.
Another pressure scrum here for the All Blacks. Again, the Springboks, but Satiti slings it wide. And the clearing kick is made downfield. And it is a good one. But that All Black scrum is just creaking a little.
The tempo is taking a toll, though, on the Springbok forward pack, where they put all that energy in. It's taken them a long time to get back to halfway. Just halfway. It looks as though Kobus Reinach is going to have to go for an HIA. He's been instructed by the medical staff and the medical team on the sideline. So it means Grant Williams is going to go in his replacement.
Medic. They said 9.
It's taken a real toll, this test match.
On the line, Scott, on the line.
The fourth player to leave the field in the first half as the line-out throw. Won by Diaga. Now Williams, who's there. Away for another replacement, Libbok. Challenging kick. Ball snapped up play by Parker. And the All Blacks will have it inside their own 22 with Christie. Gets it back to Beauden Barrett. Here's Libbok thinking about a quick one, but passes up on that opportunity.
They're back to where they started, 5-man line out from here. They won good ball, but Libbok decided to kick, and there was a real contest at the back. Kane and Moody know how good he is in the air, but it bounced favourably with the All Blacks. So we're back to where we started. What's the tactic this time round? Libbok definitely kicking more than Mgomazulu. So the mindset slightly changed simply by who is first receiver now. I think the Springboks look better with ball in hand.
Marks throws. Won by Schneemann. Marks will get it back. Away it goes to Williams. Hooker. Good charge by Willemse. He's been really impressive, making his first start in the 12 shirt. Here is Kane and Moody. Held up in the tackle of Geordie Barrett. And the All Blacks look to put pressure on breakdown time. Now Diaga goes behind Libbok. It's still there, though. Now snapped up by Visa. Good charge by the big number 8 forward. Williams away for Hooker. Big man on the left wing side. Williams again. Now Oxenchair. Williams again swings it away for Libbok. Another kick. Away towards Kolbe, but everybody watches it over the touchline. Well, he's been around a while, Manie Libbok, playing his 22nd test match. Bit of confusion around. I think they had another ball on the ground. So Samisoni Tokiaho with just over 5 minutes until half-time in an absorbing test match. As Savea links up with Christie. All Blacks trying desperately to get it wide. Proctor.
Good turnover.
Turnover. All Blacks didn't have enough players at the breakdown. Here's Kolisi. Peter stepped through Toy. Fassi back inside to Hooker. He gets monstered by Satiti, but it's still there for Williams. Springboks retaining possession. Visa away for Libbok. Trying to slide his way through was Tainen Moody. And this time the penalty. And it was a neck roll.
It's broken play. Beauden Barrett's gone quickly. There's no one home for the Springboks.
Boy,
It stays in play.
Boy.
Yeah. And look at the kick as well. It's given the All Blacks a real opportunity from line out here, but I was about to say, the Springboks off broken play, they're looking to go. They've got Fassi limping back. Ethan Hooker's slow back. You can see there he's got a bit of a scratch on his face. And the All Blacks jammed in defensively and really shut them down well when they were looking threatening.
Oh boy, they've got overlaps here. The All Blacks, if they can get it away quickly. Oh, it's a bad throw though. Chance is gone. Here goes Willemse. How impressive has he been? In fact, it's Fassi this time. So good on their feet.
Got it. No, don't play.
Real opportunity lost there. The box were down out wide. Here's Malcolm Marks busting through the tackle of Tokiaho. Now reaching in is Christie. Away for Scott Barrett. Here's Beauden Barrett. McKenzie dribbles a little kick in, but it doesn't go as far as he wanted. And the other chase is on. Kolbe and McKenzie, clever. Well, no! Knock on by the Springboks. Snapped up by Parker. Some spectacular stuff going on here. Here goes Beauden Barrett again, looking for the safety of the touchline. And he finds it.
Just look at these players. They are gassed.
Boy.
Absolutely gassed.
So they should be, Jeff. Honestly, the entertainment, the width in the game, the line breaks, the skill set, passes in and pre and post contact, the power, like we see here from Malcolm Marks. Boy, this has been an entertaining first half of rugby. Incredible.
Change being made. Andre Esterhuizen is going to come on. There'll be a reshuffle in the back line. And it looks as though it's Apalele Fassi who's the player who's going to have to go off. Look at this end-to-end action. That bounce of the ball, the tap from one player to another.
Okay, bring us up.
Well, they do have great versatility. That's Apalele Fassi, and Esterhuizen's come on. So Willemse, he can play across the back line from 10 right across. He's playing 12 today. He can play 10, he can play 15, he can play wing and centre. So they have got the ability to compensate for losing players. But man, just before half-time, if they lose this man Fassi and Mngomezulu, that just leaves them. Well, at the moment, they've lost all three, haven't they? Because they've got Reinach, HIA.
And I'll just say this, there's an issue as well. Now we've got the medical staff on the side of the field coming on, insisting there is another player, or a player goes off. This is very interesting.
So, Damian Willemse played fullback in the World Cup final. So you'd imagine he'll drop back.
He'll drop back. Esterhuizen will go to 12. Ardie will stay at centre, obviously. And again, Grant Williams can play across the back line as well. He can
And
play
Quagga
wing,
Smith,
so
Quagga Smith can probably play anywhere. He can play in the midfield as well, if need be. Fassi's been good. He's got involved.
So Andre Esterhuizen will play in the back line, but he can play flanker if you want.
Absolutely, yes. What 37 minutes of rugby we have seen. And for all of that entertainment I was talking about, we have seen some carnage as well.
And it's 10-7 on the scoreboard.
So I think he's the 5th player to leave the field.
Yes, I think you're right, yeah. And probably out of the game entirely. And I think Reinach is the only one we haven't heard about who's being assessed at the moment. But
that's why it's very important we get that 1 meter.
Wow. What an incredible 37 minutes of Chess rugby. The Freedom Cup up for grabs at Sky Stadium as we're underway again. Peter Steph du Toit wins the line-out. Esterhuizen gets an early touch. Now the box. Here is Willemse. Oh, and he threw a poor pass to Kolbe, who had to stretch back. And in doing so, he's knocked it on. But a big opportunity again.
Big half from Damian Willemse. And the only probably fault in that half was just now. He needed to put some footwork on. The opportunity here was for him just to have a dig. You're cramped for space. Kolbe really had nowhere to go. There's plenty of defenders here. We have seen how electrifying his footwork and his stepping and speed is, and he knows it. That expression shows it. But boy, again, the Springboks' ability to get the All Blacks in trouble defensively with their passing game.
Yeah, prepared to move that ball. Carter came up and the ball just went across the face of him just as he arrived, and that enabled that 2-on-1. But the scrambling defence of the All Blacks showed plenty of numbers getting back.
Crouch.
Job's not done for the All Blacks though. Escaping here will be hard. They will come hard at scrum time, the Springboks.
And they do. And they do, big time. And they will have another go.
I don't know.
As the scrum screws.
I don't know.
What they've done really well, the All Blacks, is they've managed to get ball in and ball out very quickly. And that's a situation there that maybe Satiti needs to pick it up.
I just think that was great from the group. There was some pressure coming through his side up against Thomas du Toit. And the Springboks got it initially.
Crouch.
Really good momentum start to that scrum, but he held tough, did Ethan de Groot.
Massive territorial advantage to the Springboks. Off the back goes Satiti.
Please stop. Now use it.
Christie checks behind. See who wants to do the clearing. And onto his left boot goes Beauden Barrett, but it won't go out. So Kolbe. Now Willemse. Away for Libbok. Drops it off to Esterhuizen. The ball goes back. Snapped up by Visa.
Oof.
Boy, what a run from Jasper Visa. Now Williams. Libbok holds it up. Oh, he just couldn't get a hold of it, Kanan Moody. And he knocked it on, but they are dangerous every time they touch it.
Oh, they are. Their combo's working really well between the power game, the hard-running forwards. Check this out. Boom! Samasoni Talkeaho, you do not see that very often. Jasper Visa, the power. And they're slick as well when they need to be. Just the timing slightly off there from Moody, but the balance in their game at the moment is impressive. But the All Blacks, hey, you have to say, for everything they've thrown at them, the Springboks, the All Blacks defence, scramble, or whether it's aligned and in sync, has been very good to hold out what has been a very, very good attacking game in the first half from the Springboks.
Cobus Reinach is back on the sideline. He has passed his HII. I anticipate he will come back after half-time.
Which is almost with us. We've had the siren already. So the All Blacks, no doubt, will get it in and get it out.
Quick reset, let's go. No space.
How about the stamp of Tony Brown on the Springbok backline in this first half?
Right. Quick reset, no space, let's go. Crouch! Boy! Set! Hold! No.
So this will go straight out. It does. As Wallace Satiti boots it into touch. What a first half we've had here at Sky Stadium. It has had everything. And at the break, the All Blacks lead by 10 points to 7. A lot to look forward to as the second half is kicked off and taken down by Jasper Visa, who brushes one man aside and gets outside the 22.
9, use it. No.
Reinach.
No. I told you it's not. 9, let's go.
Can't look for the touchline. Has to keep it in the field to
Open
play.
up.
McKenzie goes in hard. Oh, beautifully done, Damian McKenzie. One of the smallest players out there. Christie works the blind side. Geordie Barrett. So the All Blacks have an early opportunity. Taken up by Satiti, almost got through, slipped the pass to Scott Barrett.
He's on the way. He's on the way.
Now Christie swings it away for McKenzie, first receiver. Now Jordan. Quick hands required, and they get it wide, but they've thrown it forward.
Forward pass.
I think the call came from the touch on the far side.
Yeah, again, the All Blacks looking to find those wide channels. Nice little shift here in the middle from Talkeaho and Will Jordan's slick hands from Leroy Carter, just slightly drifted forward. Willemse, who is now obviously playing at fullback, he was biting in as that last defender put enough pressure on that pass to stop what was an early opportunity for the All Blacks.
And these are a couple of early changes. Jan Hendrik Wessels comes on, as does Wilco Lowe, so both props are done. I'm not sure why you'd wait a minute, but
okay, good to go.
in here.
Forward pass, time back on.
And Thomas, they come off, so some impact up front looked for by the Springboks, and they've gone to their bench early.
Let's go.
And on that last play there, just that last receiver, when there is a little bit of pressure on the second to last man, just coming in a little bit tighter, so that pass just doesn't have to be delivered so wide.
Crouch! Bind! Stand! Straight down, 6 of you. Up, straight
So
down.
the Springboks with 2 new props. Hendrik
You need to
Wessels
bring feet, elbow up. Let's
on
go,
as a
let's
prop
reset.
this week,
Straight down.
was a reserve hooker last week.
Don't
Talk
overlean.
about versatility.
Don't overlean.
And they've got some punch now. The Springboks, well, obviously Andre Esterhuizen coming in to the 12 shirt. So when you've got him and Moody in the midfield, and then Ethan Hooker from this particular side of the field, you've got some real damage you can do close to the scrum. That opens up the width as well, though.
So in it goes from Reineck. Oh, big scrum, big scrum. All Blacks going backwards. Reineck has a crack and high tackle. Here goes Kolisi up the middle. Savea Kolisi. Now, can they cash in? Esterhuizen away for Kolbe. Cheslin Kolbe gets a double.
Wow, you want to talk about dynamic. Reineck was the instigator, but the ability for Savea Kolisi, inspirational captain for the Springboks, to spot an opportunity, and he just put his head down. Here's the penalty from the scrum. They decide to play the Springboks off guys Reineck. The little pop on the ground, and Kolisi just backs himself, scrambling back Geordie Barrett, and then from there the recycle was really quick. Esterhuizen went into scrum half, and the pass on the width to Kolbe. What a start in the second half.
Yeah, and the advantage of that scrum was it took pretty much all of that forward group out of play for the All Blacks, because they were taken to the sideline. They were out of play, they couldn't recover, and the All Blacks are going to respond. They're going to change their props quickly as the kick drifts back towards and is over.
That is a great kick by Manie Libbok. 2 tries tonight for Cheslin Kolbe. And the Springboks strike early.
Those changes are made to Damian Willemse and Fletcher Newell. They go on. There's the last pass. You're not going to stop Cheslin Kolbe that close to the line. Nothing Carter could do. Great finish, great try.
Good to go. Let's go.
Great start to the second half for the Boks, as the kickoff is made by Beauden Barrett, taken down by Jasper
No
Wiese.
hands. Now use it.
Now Reineck. Again, McKenzie says mine. Beaten to it though by Kolbe. Important win by Cheslin Kolbe off the back of a try. Here go the Springboks going wide again. Now a chance for Ethan Hooker. Just on their own side of halfway. Playing with some real energy are the Springboks. Now the little jab through by Reineck. Beauden Barrett swings it wide for McKenzie. looking for some wide open spaces, but Kolbe, he's everywhere. Cheslin Kolbe. Kicking is not a big part of his game, though. And the All Blacks take it down through Carter. Pops it up to Scott Barrett. Ball drops back, and into touch they go. Quickly thrown by Marks. They want the game to keep going in the box. Here's Peter Steph du Toit. Gets it away to Willemse. All Blacks having to scramble back. Kept in by Jordan. And he's going to try and open it up. Away for Beauden Barrett. Now McKenzie. Game being played at exceptional pace. Scott Barrett's walking back in the foreground there, not looking too flash. Here goes Kolbe. Oh, Tupou Vaa'i put a hit on him. Not sure there are any arms on the tackle, though. And they're going to get a penalty. There were no arms in the tackle.
And there's some push and shove. And why wouldn't there be the greatest rivalry? Man, if there was any chat going on
Off the ball, it's going to be a penalty.
at half-time about maybe set a little structure, they're going to look at the Tupou Vaa'i challenge here on Kolbe.
Okay, we have a second scuffle now in the game. Okay, it was tackle off the ball by you, so it's going to be their penalty. Next time, who initiates the scuffle by both teams is a penalty. Okay. Speak to your teams.
Same guy, same guy. Circle up, you're not the captain.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you've got to wrap the arm, don't you?
You do. You look at that's all on the ball as well. So absolutely nothing wrong with that. No need for that to go any further. I would say more than anything, Cheslin Kolbe, if he was going to be staying down, it'd be because he's exhausted. He was absolutely everywhere in that period of play.
I couldn't agree more. Positional play was beautiful, though. There's been some really strong kicking in this first few minutes of this half, but if we thought the first 40 was fast and impactful, it's almost come out of half-time up a gear once again, because who wants to own this first 20 minutes of the second half? Kolbe's getting some treatment. Impact players. Williams is the only guy who's up, and he's up again for the Springboks.
Yeah, well, as mentioned, Grant Williams can play on the wing. He's got very, very good speed. So, obviously, with them now right at the end of their resources, he is the reserve scrum half, but equally, if Kolbe was to go off, he is able to slot onto the wing.
The blame game going on the whole game. It's a nice physical game.
I just wonder, Jeff, whether or not Savea Kolisi is thinking about banking free here. It's just about how strong that wind is in the face of Manie Libbok.
It's a nice physical game. That's good.
Yeah, it's a really good point, because they've chanced their arm on a number of occasions, but just to give them a little bit more breathing room, a little bit more space on the scoreboard, and build on the momentum they have had, and they've been plenty of it. This has been an impressive 6 minutes.
I'm not sure Kolbe is going to be with us for much longer. What an outstanding contribution he's made.
I'll just check whether or not that's an HIA. He's going to the tunnel. It is an HIA, so another player getting checked.
Well, there certainly was no head contact there, was there?
No.
It was all shoulder on ball, and yes, he didn't wrap his arm around, but certainly not a high shot. So he must have suffered that somewhere else in that sequence.
Manie Libbok to add to the Springbok lead. Struck it well, drifting, and in it goes. And the Springboks increase their lead to 17 points to 10. The restart taken down by Visa, chased and taken by Carter, and a good tackle.
And now use it.
Now Reineck With Scott Barrett ready to charge. Plenty of a contest for the ball, and it bounces back. It's gone loose. And controlled by Malcolm Marks for the Springboks. Taken up by Visa. Took it outside the 22. So now Reinach. All Blacks waiting back.
It's a good kick.
Beautifully weighted kick. And the ball claimed too. Great work by Booker for the Springboks. Now Libbok. Just near halfway.
Use it.
Springboks with all the momentum so far in the second half. Schneemann. And then the little kick through by Willemse.
It's good rugby. The kicks are outstanding in terms of their distance. They're committing themselves in the air and controlling it again, and then allowing them to push the All Blacks back. How do the All Blacks respond?
Line out throw is successful. So Beauden Barrett is going to hoof it hard down the middle.
That's carried in.
It's gone back inside.
That is carried in.
So this can't be kicked out directly.
Come back,
And Willemse waiting back. Christie goes after it. One or two of them do. Ball bounces loose. Now it's with Beauden Barrett. Proctor. Off goes Billy Proctor. And gets his pass off to Geordie Barrett.
Yeah. Sorry, Nisbo, but absolutely that had to have been knocked on. It took them a while to pick it up, but it looked clearly like Finlay Christie fumbled it forward and it might have hit a player in front of him, but I think they've eventually worked it out.
It's a knock-on.
I'll tell you what, Justin, Finlay Christie's got a bit of a limp on as well.
Yeah, it's gone possibly off Scott Barrett into Finlay Christie, back to Scott Barrett. Certainly a knock-on within there. Apalele Fase. Obviously in that moon boot. Boy, I can tell you, not only is there some fatigue, physicality, this test match has taken its toll already.
Crouch! Point! Pressure coming through.
Free kick for the Springboks.
Pressure coming through. Same as them in the first half, too much pressure coming through.
So a free kick. Probably just launch a high up and under here and see what happens. Manie Libbok. 10 minutes into the second half. The Springboks the only team to score in the second spell so far. Libbok pushing it a wee bit too far. And an easy mark.
It's quite smart what the Springboks have done. So they've moved Ethan Hooker across to the right wing to replace Kolbe, because predominantly a lot of the kicking and the strategy in terms of the game has been played on this side of the field. So with his height and his ability in the air, it's quite a smart decision to leave the scrum half, who's gone on to the left wing on the other side.
I think he's the receiver.
So Marks to the line out.
Good contest.
Well, nicely won by Norkia, but the All Blacks have grabbed it off him. Here's Satiti. 5 metres in Springbok territory. Away for Geordie Barrett. All Blacks go to the air. Oh, it has been misjudged. And it's fallen for Leroy Carter. Lays it back nicely for Christie. Now the All Blacks looking wide again. Here's Ardie Savea. Away for Bate. Down on the tackle of Dutoy. Ball is there for Christie.
Lost it.
Jordan at first receiver.
No hands still.
Defence holding up well for the Springboks. Now Tokiaho, quick hands, Jordan could open up here. Jordan holds it up. Oh, the pass was low. And not able to snap it up was Carter. It was a tough one.
injection of speed from Will Jordan. They worked it so well to bring him into the game, and then he just put the hammer down. Again, I just wonder whether or not he just should have had more of a go. Here he goes, Will Jordan, he's through. And as he's coming to the last defender, which was Willemse. No, in fact, it was Libbok. They were really well covered there. It's just one of those ones where there's a lot of defenders here, and Scott Robinson's expression probably says the same thing. Maybe just have taken that defender on and taken the contact, because they were certainly having to scramble back the Springboks.
It's so challenging. It's so challenging when Will Jordan goes to the outside with his speed, and he could have quite easily just drifted. I'll tell you who did well was Grant Williams. He turned and got back and just got into that passing lane.
Yeah.
So the close pass wasn't on.
Had to pull back. Make sure you control the weight. Take the pressure.
I think very intentionally they've got one mindset at the scrum tonight, the Springboks. Won a free kick off the last scrum. They'll be going at this one with everything they've got just to get an easy exit out of here, piggyback off the penalty. All Blacks will be aware though.
Point! Set! Hold!
Front row's gone down.
Pressure and pull. Pressure and pull. Again, too much
So
scrummaging.
very much an All Black scrum under pressure here tonight.
Oh, no.
I think you'll find there's a change coming at hooker for the All Blacks very, very soon. Brodie McAllister is up. It'll be for Samisoni Tokiaho when it happens.
Too much scrummaging. And outside is pull.
Which is now, as we have a look at this.
Gone short line out for the majority of the game of the All Blacks. Taukei'aho leaves the field. Good shift from him. Seemed very persistent in that.
Too much pressure.
4 or 5 mans. This one's a 4-man for their exits.
Mark's throw. Schneemann gets up and grabs it. Here's Kolisi. Playing an inspired shift in the second half in particular. Libbok. McKenzie coming hard. Grabs it beautifully. It's there for Christie. Taken up by Tupou Vai as Christie looks behind for Beauden Barrett. Now the chase is coming. Willemse coming forward. Ball bouncing forward and picked up by Peter Steph du Toit for the Springboks. Now Reinach gets in there. Willemse beautifully away to hooker. All Blacks might have turned him here. Ardie Savea, great turnover. Now Beauden Barrett, they decide to go wide. McKenzie shovels it on. Here's Satiti. Looking to open this game up, the All Blacks, and play at speed. Christie. McKenzie moves it on for Williams, to Mighty Williams. Borders there again for Christie. Now Beauden Barrett jabs a little kick forward. Taken down by Visa. Covering back beautifully. And the ball is on the Springbok side. Reinach marshalling the troops. And another knock on.
Oh, some good work there at the breakdown. It possibly was from Brodie McAllister. Stayed in the fight at the breakdown. Check this out from Ardie Savea. Excellent tackle from Billy Proctor. Could argue that there was no chance for the tackled player to release there. He was a second arriving player, Ardie Savea. And there's the work of Brodie McAllister at the breakdown, forces Kolbe Reinach into the mistake.
Yeah, I mentioned the energy yet in the first half, but Onaki went off with an HIA. He's come back on after half-time, but they have nothing left in terms of backs on their bench other than the possibility of Quagga Smith, who's pretty much covering everything right now. So in terms of the tempo, if it's going to take a toll, it's whether or not this forward pack here for the Springboks can continue to operate with the intensity they've found in the first 16 minutes.
Just heard too that Cheslin Kolbe won't be back. Here goes Satiti, puts the foot down, slips it off to Geordie Barrett. Oh, that's dangerous, I think. Referee says play on, so they do. Here's Christie. Taken up by Beauden Barrett. Christie swings it away quickly. Here's Carter in again. Really getting himself around the field as Christie feeds it up again. All Blacks trying to play the width game as Billy Proctor slips through. Gets up and goes again. Now Christie. Beauden Barrett, lovely pass to Geordie.
Tackle!
Springbok defence scrambling to hang on here. Jordan back on the inside for Manie Willemse.
Everybody hands away.
Slow ball though, McKenzie. Here comes Scott Barrett. Ball available again, penalty.
Okay, time is on. Time is off. Sorry. Savea. Come in.
So he wants to have a chat.
Scott. Savea.
Shakuli.
Okay. You got a decision here, but what I have is too much crying going on, okay? Off feed, offside, no caught from everybody. Okay. Let's get back to the values, please. Okay. Speak to your players, get on with the game. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Very nice messaging. Really smart. There's a lot of players in his ear, basically commentating the game for him as he described it really well. You know, like, you're telling me it's a knock-on, you're telling me he's offside. I don't need that. Oh, ref, you play.
And that substitution is coming, and Quagga Smith's the man, and it looks as though it's going to be Savea Kolisi, who I think has been outstanding, particularly in the second half. It was his break, and you can see him having one last word, the inspirational leader of the Springboks, before he leaves the field.
Awesome shift from Savea Kolisi, world class.
Brodie McAllister then. Barrett unchallenged. Oh dear. All Blacks have got themselves offside. They put a man between Scott Barrett and the Springboks.
8-second obstruction double back.
And it's against Wallace Satiti. So a big opportunity lost.
Number 8 obstruction.
What I did like, just as we've got the opportunity in that particular last couple of periods of attack for the All Blacks, was how Beauden Barrett's just slightly adjusted his depth. He's just allowing himself more time, and he's all of a sudden just laying players off him, taking a couple of steps. Billy Proctor went through. This is the penalty, well justified. You can see there the blocking, but yeah, he's just started to recognise how he can find some space. The more he continues to do that, I think the better the All Black shape will look.
Just over 20 minutes left. Springboks win it through Nortje. Here is Quagga Smith. Good, solid start. Reinach. Again the high kick. Again it'll be a contest. And again it's won by the Springboks through Ethan Hooker. Now Reinach. Smith. Nice skills, gets it away. Wide it goes. Esterhuizen pops the pass. Here's Grant Williams playing out on the left wing and doing a great job. Willemse. Now the race, Kane and Moody. Wow.
Option.
There's that speed of Grant Williams.
Okay,
just look at him shift when he gets the opportunity. I tell you, Esterhuizen's work, outstanding. It was prior to that, but then Williams just puts the foot down. He's got footwork, he's got speed on the inside to Willemse, and this sits up, and it doesn't. All Black defence was there, yes.
There's been a change in the midfield for the All Blacks. And Billy Proctor goes off, and Quintu Paia comes on, and we'll see if there's a reshuffle. Whether Geordie Barrett goes out into the 13 position. Proctor's been good, worked really hard for 60 minutes.
Agree. I think Billy Proctor's put in a really good performance in this test match. Both offense and defense.
Huge defensive line-out throw here for Brodie McAllister. Oh, threw it straight away. And the Springboks through Nokia. Now they have a shot at the line. Vessels. Referee looking closely, another go. All Blacks holding. Now Reinach slings it away. They're going to try and do it through the back line. And Willemse.
Huge moment in this test match. The All Blacks couldn't get their line out right. They competed in the middle, did the Springboks. Up they go. What a moment. Nokia. And then they batter away and decide to shift it. Manie Libbok's pass was on the back shoulder of Willemse. But what a player he's been tonight, and he shows how explosive and dangerous he can be. This close to the line, beats 3 defenders. Huge in the context of the game.
So often we've seen the Springboks just continue to bash away in the narrow channels to try and use their size. Tonight, what they've used in multiple occasions is their speed and their skill, and it was there, trusting one of their best tonight as the conversion goes over and the Springboks take complete control of this test match.
They absolutely do. At 24 points to 10, 14-point advantage. What a player he's been tonight. Damian Willemse. "18 minutes to go." Visa again takes it down. Quinn Tupaia up there quickly.
9. Use the ball.
So Reinach to kick once again from the base. Not quite the depth in this kick, but it's bounced favourably for the Springboks. And charging down goes Wilco Low. Nokia away for Peter Steph du Toit. Springboks playing all the rugby. Now here is Willemse. Jabs a little kick through, but slightly misjudges.
I'd say for me, Justin, as the All Blacks have made a change, a reshuffle, Fabian Holland comes on. This has been some of the best rugby I've seen the Springboks play for a long time.
And isn't their game plan bang on? Like, they're winning the air big time in this second half as well. And then playing off it.
McAllister. Holland wins the line out for the All Blacks. They're going to try something different. There's players all over the place, and referee went down in a heap as well. And it's been kicked out. I don't know whether... I think he's all right. He took pretty heavy contact. Oh, no, he's not all right. The referee is not all right at all. He's in a bit of trouble here, is Nika Amishkili. Have a look at the man in the white. Oh, he gets hit. He's going to carry on, though. Line-out's a shambles. All Blacks now, they get it back. Here's Tupaia. Away for Will Jordan. Big thump by Will Jordan. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Well, the line out went a miss again, but Beauden Barrett did really well off the mistake from Quacker Smith to just scramble it up, shift it into the space. This is his pass out to Will Jordan, but he just hits it too well with the wind at his back. And equally, if you get those revolutions, if that first bounces like that, sometimes can spell that sort of trouble. And it proved to be the case this time for Will Jordan.
Yeah, just when it kicks forward on that first bounce, gathers momentum and speed, and everything going the Springboks way, but so much of it from their own doing. Hook has been so good on the right side of the field, contesting possession, but managed to force their way down the field.
I expect them to go tighter here. But they look to use Estes and his power. Moody.
Crouch!
Possibly Visa off the back.
Bind! Stay! Hold!
Again, they try the pressure at the line out, at least the scrum, and this time the All Blacks win it. A rare scrum victory for the All Blacks tonight.
Trunking under pressure.
One of the things the Springboks do really, really well is they know how to close out games, squeeze games, particularly late in the piece when they're in control. And for Damian Willemse and this left-hand side and this forward pack of the All Blacks to force a penalty where the Springboks had so much momentum at scrum time is immense. Can they capitalise on it now? Change, Duplessis Kirifi coming on. That is going to be for Wallace Satiti. And a change, Leroy Carter, who scored a try in debut. He is being replaced by Ruben Love.
I think equally, the All Blacks know how to chase the game. They really just need to focus 10, 11, 12 phases, fatigue this defence.
McAllister, again the line out goes astray. They've had some real issues, have the All Blacks at set piece tonight.
Go back.
So the Springboks back in possession. All Blacks needing to score 3 times to regain the Freedom Cup. The draw won't do it. As the kickoff, ball top, bouncing round, knocked on.
Yeah, look, when you've got over 110 kegs in the midfield coming at you, and he gets an opportunity to line you up, he's not going to miss. Here's the line-out steal. Peter Steph-Toy jumping at the front, gets up, wins the line-out, turnover possession, and bang! In comes Estesen, and he doesn't tend to miss when he's got a target like that.
Let's go get the gap right.
Well, the Springboks, what they have done in terms of the defensive line is they've filled it with numbers because they know the All Blacks are going to want to play. And their chase has been very good. Their chase line is connected, good in the air. It's a matter now. In the first half, the All Blacks were able to go side to side, edge to edge. They haven't managed to achieve this. Now, I imagine the Springboks will be very direct in their play.
Get the ball out, get the ball out.
Got to get the ball out quickly, does so. Big thumping run by Esterhuizen. Now the Springboks. Loose pass, but Willemse tidies up. All Blacks got over the top of that, and they've got a penalty advantage coming their way if required. So Christie sends it off to Jordan. Now Bowden Barrett. There's some wide open spaces near the 22. Run down by Williams. Now Hooker. Oh, the big man straight up the middle. He goes. Ethan Hooker. What a run that is. All Blacks look to turn it over. Can't do it. Reinach. Now Willemse. Now he releases. Ardie Savea over the top. Can't get it. Reinach again. Now Visa.
Roll away.
Reinach again. Moody. Esterhuizen. Again showing power down to the 22.
Oh, chance.
Here's the cross kick. Peter Steph-Toy. Oh, did he get him early? Got it away anyway. Oh, sensational. Quagga Smith for the Springboks.
Well, we have to say, the All Blacks scored a pretty spectacular one in the first half. This is its equal. The breakout from Ethan Hooker was sensational. Here he goes on counter-attack and goes, you know what? I'm going to have a go. Skins 2 defenders here, goes around another, and then just powers into contact, bang. And then from there, they had 2 or 3 digs until the opportunity comes for Manie Libbok. Puts it on a dime. Look at that. There's the offload from Peter Steph-Toy. What awareness, what a finish. The Springboks, that is magic.
First class, world class. You're not going to see much better than that. You've seen one great try from the All Blacks in the first half, but one just as good, as you said, Justin Marshall in the second. And they have taken this game. They've owned the second 30 minutes in the second half.
This time the conversion swings wide. But the Springboks have scored their 4th try, a bonus point in the Rugby Championship. And Quagga Smith, such a versatile player. And he gets try number 4. And at 29 points to 10, you'd have to think the Freedom Cup will stay in South Africa unless there's a miracle.
Tackle. Don't play the ball.
Reinach.
Nine use.
Schneemann, who's been on the field for most of the game.
Nine use. Ardie,
When
don't pull the second
Ludwig
man.
Jager left early. Reinach again.
Backcourt.
Deflected back into the arms of McKenzie. And the Springbok defence has been outstanding, and they've turned it over again.
Yeah, McKenzie just wasn't quite sure whether he wanted to pass or not. Then when he made his decision to go to contact, he was compromised, couldn't really get a lead shoulder in. And reserve hooker Manus van der Merwe, he just got on it so quickly, presented a really stable
Holding on.
presentation to the referee to say, I'm on my feet, I'm solid, and I've got my hands on the board. On the ball, I should say.
Well, you wonder whether or not this is that evolution of the Springbok game. When Tony Brown was brought into the coaching staff, we all wondered about the selection of the players, and there it is. The biggest defeat at home is a 15-point defeat versus Australia, 1964. But this selection, we wondered how it would come together, but there's been some performances. Willemse looks so very, very good. Reinach has done a great job. Libbok off the bench.
Peter Steph-Toy making the decisions now. Tipped on the All Black side. And Beauden Barrett hoofs it off downfield. And it's gone into touch.
That's good from the All Blacks. And Fabian Holland, get up, compete. Look at that, it's a magnificent shot. Biaka was going up in the middle, but he went early, Holland, but his lifters did a great job in keeping him up there. And with one hand, he bats it away and repels the Springboks.
What a difference a week can make. Springboks delivered by Du Toit.
Stay this side, stay.
Libbok goes high again. And the Springboks win it again through Moody. Now here's Visa.
Let go. Play on.
Carried on by Smith. Reinach. Here's Schneemann. Ardie Schneemann. Denied earlier. Gets the 5th try for the Springboks.
Oh, record breaking. Not since 64, we saw the graphic before. Well, at the moment, they're smashing it, the Springboks. Ardie Schneemann. Lovely little bit of play. The work from Visa to go through the middle. The All Blacks bolted up out of line. They tried to snuff it out early. Instead, nobody took the actual ball carrier. So they all go up. Nobody hits the ball carrier. He maintains his line. Lovely pass from Reinach. What are we witnessing? Could this be the best Springbok performance we have ever seen?
Well, he named his side, Rassie Erasmus, on Monday night this week, and he's clearly laid them to challenge at half-time. And this has been as good a half against the All Blacks as you will see. 34-10, conversion to come. So impressive. Forward pack, back line in sync. Outstanding rugby.
29 unanswered points in the second half from the Springboks. And they are totally dominant. What a sight that is. The Springboks beat the All Blacks at Twickenham a couple of years ago by 35-7, and this is similar. Ball taken down. All Blacks have it through Quinn Tupaia. Now Christie away for Geordie Barrett. There it is for Christie again. Now Holland, McKenzie sends it on to Scott Barrett. Tupaia. And a loose pass, but it's a penalty against the Springboks.
18 green offside.
A worry for the All Blacks, obviously, about they need to go to touch from here. I don't think scrum's option because it's not as stable as you would have liked to have been in the second half, and equally neither has the line-out been. But that's simply the best option from that particular penalty for them, apart from a quick tap.
No, I think you're right, Justin, but that will be a lot of the talking point, is the fact that the set piece for the Springboks has really put the All Blacks under pressure in the second half and taken the game away from this New Zealand side.
So McAllister finding Holland, gives it back to McAllister. Taken in by Ruben Love. Now the All Blacks through Karifi, McKenzie. Wide they go to Jordan. Here's another test. Oh, I don't know. I don't know whether he forced that.
What's that? Maybe short and then knock forward.
I think it might be short, knock forward, but I don't have a clear grounding. Okay. So knock on in the field of play confirmed by.
Well, looks like one of the great finishers in world rugby might have made a mess of this. He has.
I think he knew. I think Will Jordan knew. Look, the work of Grant Williams to just be in the fight. He had space, Will Jordan. He had the line beckoning, but the tackle was right around the bootlaces, so it made him stretch. It made him have to work. Here's the space. You can see there, in fact, Grant Williams is on the inside, and he absolutely hammers it to that touchline, and it's perfect, that tackle.
That is an outstanding tackle. You look at the ground he had to cover to get across, and his angle was perfect, technique on point, remarkable.
3.5 minutes left in one of the great Springbok performances of all time. Here's Quagga Smith off the back of the scrum. Now the clearing kick downfield.
And that is so good from that angle. But you have to say, I thought initially Manie Libbok was possibly just kicking a little too much at the back end of that first half, but his performance in the second half has been a catalyst for how well the Springboks have played. He has to be commended for his performance.
McAllister throws, stretching up. Christie just tries to tap it on, and Libbok almost got a hold of that. Play on, and Will Jordan takes it into the setup. Can the All Blacks produce something in the second half? Anything? The wide kick, tipped back on the inside, grabbed by the Springboks, and now do Toy.
Ball was out.
Snapped up by Smith.
No hands, no. Black.
Now Reinach arrives. Away it goes wide. Here's one of the outstanding players, Willemse. Ball popped up, Williams. Now Jordan. Sends it wide into the midfield. Little kick through by Ardie Savea. The bounce didn't go his way. He knocked it on anyway.
No hands, no, lost.
As Reinach stretches in. Here's Willemse again. Got the pass away. Esterhuizen! Oh boy, that is sensational rugby from the Springboks.
Oh boy, all right, you called it, Nisbo. Boy, oh boy. That is so impressive, it really is. Bleeding, bloody, tough, skillful. It has been almost the most complete performance. Willemse spotted the mismatch with Damian Willemse out there, puts the foot down. Willemse equally, jet shoes, and then back on the inside, you give it to the power, the brutal power of Esthazen. How good.
I cannot remember a better 40 minutes of rugby for a long, long time. And against the All Blacks at home, after defeat at Eden Park, that coaching staff celebrate. They've clearly prepared well. They've played the full 80. And this crowd has been treated to something very special from the visitors.
Here goes the conversion. And of course it's over. 43 points to 10. So clinical. 36-0 in the second half. Into the last few seconds of the game. The Springboks don't need to play any more footy. They've done it all. They have completely embarrassed the All Blacks at Sky Stadium with a magnificent performance. A record-breaking 43 points to 10.